School.
Hogwarts.
Makes you sound
Hogwarts. Hogwarts.
Covering up Georgie's laugh. Adjective.
Floppy.
Plural noun.
Nectarine.
Person in room. Male.
Is me.
Gaz.
Part of the body.
King's jewels.
Article of clothing.
Sock.
Plural noun.
Gremlins.
Noun.
Pokemon.
Noun.
Sauce.
Adjective.
Oily.
Adjective.
Saucy.
Plural noun.
Onions.
Report by Student Protest Committee. Fellow students of Hogwarts, we, the members of the Students for a Floppy Society, are meeting here to decide what action to take about the Dean of Nectarines. He has just fired our friend Professor Gaz, because he wore his crown jewels long. I mean, his king jewels. Long. And because he dressed in a sock and wore old gremlins. Next week we are going to protest by taking over the Pokemon building and kidnapping the assistant source. We also will demand that all students have the right to wear oily hair and saucy beards. Remember our slogan. Down with onions!
No, what is my nose?
Plural noun.
Sponges.
Adjective.
Minxie.
Adjective.
Luby.
Ew.
Part of the body. Plural.
Gonads.
Adjective.
Raunchy.
Animal. Plural.
Seals.
Animal. Plural.
Goats.
Plural noun.
Planes.
Celebrity.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Noun.
Cheese.
Type of bird.
Flamingo.
Noun.
Door handle.
Noun.
Plectrum.
Type of liquid.
Semen.
Plural noun.
Slime.
Noun.
Should say
Pube.
slime.
Something greasy.
Hair.
Something healthy.
Capsicum.
Adjective.
Hung. Or well hung if you prefer.
Kitchen inspection. Inspectors from the State Department of Health and Sponges came here today to inspect the Minxie kitchen and to make sure that our Luby cooks were washing their gonads before preparing our raunchy meals. And that there are no little seals or goats running around in the kitchen and spreading plagues. They checked the lunch prepared by our dietitian, Jennifer Lawrence. We had spaghetti and cheese balls. On Tuesday, we have boiled flamingo with rice. On Wednesdays, we have a choice of door handle soup or a plectrum omelette with semen sauce. The inspector found a lot of slugs in the salad and said there were too much pube in the milk.
I spit on you. Sorry.
In the future, we will have less hair to eat and more capsicum. But I bet it will still taste well hung.
Plural noun.
Kettles.
Adjective.
Hairy.
Okay.
Well.
Plural noun.
Robots.
Adjective.
Stanky.
Adjective.
Flippant.
Noun.
Weasel.
Person in room last name.
Jones.
Last name of person.
Williamson.
Place.
Two.
Uranus.
Another last name of person.
Cake bread.
Well, you're gonna have to explain that now.
There's a real person with the last name Cake bread.
There's cake bread. Part of the body. Breath.
Part of the body. The grundle.
Type of liquid.
Dishwasher detergent.
Article of clothing, plural.
Mittens.
Relative.
Second cousin.
Piece of furniture.
Grandfather clock.
Verb ending in ing.
Sewing.
Adjective.
Funky.
Campfire stories. It is always fun to chop up some kettles and use them to build a hairy campfire. Then you get all of the robots to sit around the fire and tell scary stories. You can tell about Ichabod Crane, the stanky school teacher of Sleepy Hollow, and his flippant adventures with the headless weasel. Or you can tell The Fall of the House of Jones, which was written by Edgar Allan Williamson. Or you can tell about vampires from Uranus, like the terrible Count Cakebread. Who bit people on the grundle and drank their dishwashing liquid. By this time, many of the young campers will start shaking in their mittens and will begin yelling for their second cousin. And go hide under the grandfather clock. Believe me, when it comes to sewing a bunch of kids, there's nothing like a real funky ghost story.
Noun.
Cake.
Noun.
Wizard.
Part of the body.
Ball sack. Deal with it.
Have to.
That sounds like you've got one.
No.
Penguin.
Adverb.
Lazily.
A person in the room. Female.
Bronny.
Adjective.
Scary.
Plural noun.
Feces.
Person in room.
Georgie.
Animal.
Slug.
Plural noun.
Bottles.
A place.
The floor.
Person in room.
Calman.
Adjective.
Fragrant.
Noun.
A pair of fishnet stockings.
Fish neck.
Fish.
Fish neck.
Oh, gross.
Noun. A doctor.
Noun.
Leaf.
Adjective.
Squished.
Noun.
Boob.
The judge's decision. When it was my turn to audition for Cake Idol, the reality show where people compete to be the best solo wizard, I sang from the depths of my very ballsack. When my song ended, I could hardly catch my penguin as I lazily... When the song ended, I could hardly catch my penguin as I lazily awaited the judge's response. First, Bronny was very kind. She said, "Well, the good news is that you look scary, and you really connected with the feces in that song." And you really connected with the feces in that song. Then Georgie said, "You know, slug." You know, slug, I dug your bottles. And I thought I really had a chance to make it to the floor. But then mean old Calman said, "Horrid, terrible, fragrant." You sound like an animal trapped inside a pair of fishnet stockings. I gasped and shouted, "Well, you just don't know anything about Doctor." I stormed out of the leaf. I was going to make it as a squish singer whether the judge from Boob Idol liked me or not.